Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Resha Hen, which is on episode 6, or you can call it Demon Slayer's Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Train Arc on the TV version, you know? Anyways, this episode right here, was actually pretty nice. Nothing much has well, a lot has happened, but not a lot of material was added or something. I think a little small extended scene with the train scene or something, but if anything else, let's just get this started, okay? We had to it that, after the opening here and there, Tanjiro and Inosuke cuts off the demon's head of the train head, and then the demon can only scream in terror and rage, oh, what just happened to it? And then we had to it that Tanjiro and Inosuke falls off the train, and we get to see Tanjiro rolling down to the ground or something, while Inosuke, he jumps off the demon's flesh, managing to survive, obviously. He ends up decide to go check on Tanjiro, see how he's doing, and Tanjiro asks him about how's everyone else and what about the train engineer, Inosuke suggests leaving him alone because he's the one that turned against us and tries to kill us, But Tanjiro asks him politely, like, please save him, despite what he's done, and Inosuke tells him he got his leg shattered by the train, and Tanjiro's like, well, I think he paid for his sin already. You think you could just do me a favor and just help him out, And Inosuke's like, you know what? Fine, whatever. The moment I rescue him, I'm plucking out all of his hair as another form of punishment, and etc. Then we get to see the demon who's got his head cut off into pitiful, small, ugly flesh right now, and trying to wonder why the hell did this happen, How the hell did I get beaten like this? And he remembers of how Rengoku manages to stop his attacks on the humans, Add on to that, everything went to hell when Tanjiro broke his spell, and that goes with Inosuke and then Zenitsu. Even though he didn't break his spell, he somehow still managed to fight. Even Nezuko, he was complaining about, wondering how the hell does a demon fight with the demon slayers? What the hell, I'm thinking in my mind, well, this is what you get. You should have done the job yourself or do something better if you wanted to get the job done. Your little subordinates suck at doing the job, which apparently they did, because one of them just made Rengoku mad while, the others just underestimate Inosuke and Zenitsu's freaking subconsciousness, where it's not something that you should be allowed to enter in, knowing that you just messed up badly, But that aside, as for Tanjiro, he only managed to get out in time with his own will and spirit helping him out, etc. Anyways, as the episode continues on, the guy and the demon end up talking about how the upper ranks were have not even changed in the many centuries, I'm thinking about mine. Well, you just got what you got. You got what was coming for you. He even said he's received so much of his blood, I still couldn't beat them. I'm thinking about mine. Well, obviously, I bet you haven't trained well enough, or you're not like them who actually must have mastered their abilities or powers for so many years and evolved them to a point that they didn't change at all, That kind of thing. And we have to it that eventually he wants to start all over and then he disintegrated into nothingness. I'm thinking in my mind, oh, that's what you get, boy. Ha 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 ha. And we get to see Rengoku talking to Tanjiro, telling him what's up and realizing that he mastered total concentration constant, which is pretty impressive, but you still got another 10,000 steps to become Hashira, which is really hilarious. But that aside, we get to see Rengoku helping Tanjiro out to focus on the wound that's has a open torn blood vessel, Only then will you be able to stop it from bleeding, Eventually, with Rengoku's help, etc., Tanjiro manages to stop the bleeding from where he was stabbed in the abdomen by the train engineer. And we have to it that eventually Rengoku lets him know that everyone's okay, no one's actually in danger of death or something, so you could go ahead and rest up, We have to it, Tanjiro thanks Rengoku for that, and then we have to it that they get interrupted by a demon, which apparently we get to know in the second half that it's an upper rank 3 demon, which shocks the heck out of Tanjiro, wondering why the hell is he here, And we have to it that Rengoku gets ready to do battle with him, and that demon tries to kill Tanjiro after looking at him and tries to punch him in the face or just shatter his skull because that's how powerful he is, But Rengoku stops him with flame-breathing, second form, rising scorching sun, And then we have to it that, the demon says, hey, that's a nice blade you got there. And Rengoku's like, why you try to go after Tanjiro, huh? What's the deal? And the guy says, I thought the guy might get in the way of us talking, And Rengoku's like, well, I already dislike you just by looking and meeting you the first time, you know? And we have to it that this demon is called Akaza and says, well, I dislike weak human beings. Looking at them makes me freaking have my flesh crawling, you know? And we have to it that Akaza offers Rengoku to become a demon, you know, which Rengoku declines, and Akaza knows Rengoku is really strong just by looking at him, you know, or by a glance because his spirit is honed to realm of the highest or something, you know? And we had to it, Akaza tells Rengoku, like, hey, let me tell you something. There's a reason why you're not able to reach the realm of the highest. It's because you are human, destined to grow old and wither and die away. And then Akaza tells Rengoku, Akaza gives Rengoku an offer to become a demon and to surpass his limits and everything else altogether. Although Tanjiro, realizing how dangerous Akaza is, wants to help Rengoku, but he's really exhausted and tired, you know? We have to it that Rengoku gives a speech of how human life is very valuable and why it's very noble, etc. And it may be a weakness, but it's not something that you guys could really understand. And we have to it, Rengoku tells Akaza that Tanjiro is not weak and tells him not to insult him. No matter what the situation gives to me, I will not become a demon, you know? And we have to it, Akaza disappointed, decides to get ready into battle mode and, you know, like, activates technique development, encompass death needle or something, and then we have to it, Akaza and Rengoku clashes against each other, you know? While Tanjiro could only watch far away and can't see their movements, we have to it that Rengoku and Akaza seems to be on par against each other, you know? With the sword and the fist, you know, with Akaza using his hands while Rengoku using the swordsmanship skills, etc. It looks like to me like they seem to be really on par with each other, but eventually as the episode continues on, in any other case, we have to it that Rengoku will later on struggle against him, you know? And it only happened when it comes to like continuing the match when Rengoku chased him through the woods and then Akaza kicked him away, and they end up clashing against each other once more. Inosuke shows up wanting to help, but he knows he can't help him because the fact that their abilities and skills are in a whole different dimension, if he tries to jump in and help Rengoku, he'll only hinder him or even get in the way, you know? And we have to it, as the episode continues on, we have to it that Akaza will later on gain the upper hand and lands a couple blows on Rengoku. He'll later on like scar Rengoku's head by making him bleed out of his head, and later on he ends up punching him right in the ribs, breaking them, and then he'll later on smash his left eye, and etc. The episode only ends up with Rengoku using many attacks to fend off Akaza, you know? He ends up using Blazing Universe and then Flaming Undulation, and then he ends up attacking Akaza with Flame Tiger. And Akaza, on the other hand, even though he took a lot of damage, he heals up really instantly, really crazy and fast. Just shows like even though Rengoku may be very powerful and strong and able to hold his own against an upper rank 3 demon, I guess the upper rank is a total different story, because the way how he's able to heal fast, etc., regenerate his arm, and just like continue able to fight and pressure Rengoku, you know, the way how Akaza's stamina is like unlimited compared to Rengoku. He only has a limited amount of stamina that he can use to like hold out a fight in a long endurance battle, you know, and etc. We have to it that eventually the episode ends off with like Rengoku standing in front of Akaza, tired, exhausted, and bleeding right now, while Tanjiro and Inosuke can only like stare in shock and fear of what's happening to Rengoku, you know? And as for Akaza, he ends up telling Rengoku, what are you doing? I think you and I should fight a little bit longer, don't you think? And the episode ends off there. Preview of next episode is called Set Your Heart Ablaze. So pretty much that's going to be the final episode for the Mugen Train arc. I'm pretty sure if you guys watch the Mugen Train movie, you'll understand how this is going to go, you know? I mean, like, it's obvious from the get-go, etc. But anyways, looking forward to the next and final episode of the Mugen Train arc TV series. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Ta-da!